Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Oh my goodness. It must be a special gift today that Prepper 101 is in chat. Hi Prepper, how you doing? Welcome to J is for Justice. I want to talk with you about Donald's apology. And where do we go from here? So welcome to chat. Hey, Mercedes girl. Good afternoon, everyone. And just to give you guys a quick little update, we talked about having all the locals that come into chat on a panel. And it looks like we are going to be doing that Wednesday. We haven't narrowed down a time yet, but we are getting in contact with all of the participants that want to join. And we're going to get the locals' perspective. And we're going to get them together so that maybe they can do some things together to help in some way. So it'll be interesting just to get the local take. I know we have quite a bit on YouTube. I know there's a couple, I can't remember their channel name right now. It's like Chasing Cases, I think is what they're called, but they're from right around there. And he's given a lot of insight. He's, got out the Google map and went over the area. And yeah, I mean, obviously law enforcement is handling this investigation. And as far as we know, they are currently actively investigating. Have never stopped. I learned that on Duty Ron's channel. If you want to hear facts, I would listen to Duty Ron, because Duty Ron is now part of EquiSearch. And he is in contact, they are in contact directly with Hawkins County Sheriff and the TBI. Thank you, Holly, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. So they are in direct contact with the TBI and the Sheriff's Department. That's important. So Duty Ron is my go-to to get the updates on EquiSearch and things that are going on as far as that goes. They're going to be going back down there soon. So, oh, cracking cases. My bad. So let's move on. And hey, 423 Chase, are you the one that has the videos out everybody's talking about? Okay, so Donald apologized and gave a statement to share. If you guys didn't see it last night. And she read the apology last night. And I wanted to kind of go over it because I couldn't really follow it too well when she was live. You only have 423? Well, I've heard that you drove around there or something. If that's you. I think my husband told me about that. He's like, you got to watch this guy's videos. This was supposed to be his apology. Do you guys hear my puppy sleeping? She's like having little puppy dreams. My goodness. Okay, hey, well, welcome 423. Thanks for joining today. Okay, so let's play a little bit of the apology, and I'm gonna pull it up from their live because I'm using the caption function so that you guys can read it as well. Okay, so let's open this up. And thank you to Voices Behind the Wall for providing this content. And we will unmute and then play it. Okay, here we go, guys.
All right, so I will read it first. Can you slow chat down for me? We're going to slow the chat down. While he does that, I'm going to just read, and then we'll show this in a little bit again. Chris M., you have created all of this drama. You have sent all these people after us trying your best to set us up. Fake Facebook accounts. You have turned my own family against me time after time. Quit using them for your evil agenda because we can all see what you're trying to do. I think you're responsible for my daughter's abduction due to Trisha's horrific lies.
All right, let's just stop right there. Let's just stop right there for beginners. He just said, I really think that you're responsible for my daughter's disappearance. I didn't catch that last night. How did I not catch that? We're not bashing other creators up in here. We ain't doing that. If you don't like the creator that did this video, it's to each their own, but let's not bash, okay? Was he drunk? I don't know, because this was typed. Yeah, I really don't understand how he can justify saying that.
Somebody needs to come forward because we're on to you. You're going down. You have done everything in your power, have put me away. If you do this because of Trisha's horrific lies, I applaud you. I would have done the same. You deserve a medal for what you have done. I will do everything to protect you. You are a hero for sure. But Trish lies so horrifically, I can't even repeat her lies. Please come forward. I will help you and protect you for a hero act. For a hero act, I swear. Please, I promise. Trish is the one who should be in prison. We've had people attacking us constantly because of her evil lies.
Trish is the one who should be in prison. I heard Trish make a statement on Tiffany Marie's channel that that's not true. She supposedly had a really good conversation, so she thought, with Don, and then he turned around and said this. Now, why on God's green earth should his niece be in prison? And when Trish made her statement about this, she also confirmed they did not know that Summer existed until she went missing. And I'm confused because I thought Don was out there for 4 months with the oldest boy. Did they not talk for 4 months about the fact that he had a daughter? Confused. None of it makes sense. All right, let's continue.
Almost a gunfight on our property and cops called. My boys can't even live in our house. One second. I don't care if you think this is ridiculous or not. As I said, you do not need to agree with it. I have a platform called Voices Behind the Wall because whether you believe what their voices are or not, I give them a platform to have their voice their way. If you don't like it, go watch something else. Coming in here and just writing AB over and over again, get them out. Not playing them fucking games. Seriously, just block them. So I will continue reading. If you do not agree with me using my platform in the way that I so choose to do, fuck off. Thank you. Okay, I will start.
Oh my God, it cracks me up. Okay. I don't think she needs to apologize. That's my opinion. I don't think she has anything to apologize for. She did not do anything to Summer. She is not hindering an investigation, and she is not lying to us. She is simply talking to someone and relaying what she's getting. I think we all know deep down how she feels, but she's still getting that information. And for whatever reason, Donald Wells feels very, very comfortable speaking to her. So we all are curious what he's going to say next. You can't lie. That's why there was almost 3,000 people in her live last night. Y'all want to know what he's saying. I want to know what he's saying. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you're curious what this guy is going to say next. Because we're all waiting for Summer to be found. And to see a conclusion and to see justice. But in the meantime, whether Don's lying and he's outlandish or not, we're still getting his thoughts that he wants to convey to the public at this time. And at the very least, it's interesting to see how Don goes about himself during this time. And I think that's why we're all curious. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but 3,000 people wouldn't have been in there to hear what Don had to say post shenanigans if they weren't curious. It's like a train wreck. But it's not hindering the investigation. That was another thing that Duty Ron made a point of, was he doesn't think this is hindering. He doesn't think that the prank hindered either. And that was his opinion. If you want to watch his video, I believe it was Saturday night. That's the one that I got this information from. Okay, so share, stop defending yourself. We're all good. Keep reading. All right, let's go.
But Trish lies so horrifically, I can't even repeat her lies. Please come forward. I will help you and protect you for a hero act. I swear, please, I promise. Trish is the one who should be in prison. We've had people attacking us constantly because of her evil lies, almost a gunfight on our property, and cops called. My boys even live in our home, or my boys can't even live in our home because of the extreme danger caused by her evil lies. People attack me everywhere I go. Did you cause someone to act to save my daughter from some imaginary evil plot designed in your head? Your mother, Jeannie, done all this crap against me to protect you? And that's the only damn reason. Trish, did you cause someone to think they were saving my daughter from some horrific situation made up in your mind? Are you that evil thinking? Whoever has my daughter,
Wait,
bring
hang on,
her
hang on, hang
forward.
on.
I will protect you. I promise.
Don confuses the shit out of me because now he's speaking directly to Trish. He goes from speaking to whoever has his daughter to now speaking to Trish. So I'm going to rewind about 30 seconds because now he's speaking to Trish. So I was confused as hell reading that. He makes no sense. Because he's saying, if you come forward, I will help you and protect you. For a hero act, I swear. Okay. Now he's saying it's Trish. First it was McDonough, now it's Trish.
By her evil lies. People attack me everywhere I go. Did you cause someone to act to save my daughter from some imaginary evil plot designed in your head? Your mother, Jeannie, done all this crap against me to protect you? And that's the only damn reason. Trish, did you cause someone to think they were saving my daughter from some horrific situation made up in your mind? Are you that evil thinking? Whoever has my daughter, bring her forward. I will protect you, I promise before my God. It's not your fault. I would do the same. God bless you. Please bring my baby home. Trish, beg God for mercy. Bring my baby home. Trish, why are you so evil? Why do you lie? Why do you hate? Why do you hate? Why do you act like such a victim? We're all victims. Got news for you. Your activities are highly suspicious, to say the least. So there's that. He has talked to me about the beliefs that people are in cahoots. Chris McDonough come out there all of a sudden, wants to make a name for himself. Again, I am repeating what Dawn's thought and theory is. Benny, what up?
Okay. Is Cher in chat? If she is, hey Cher. All right, so that was pretty much the statement there. The statement is his theory, and he really didn't apologize. I thought that was his apology. Cher, am I missing a part of it where he apologizes to everyone for, I'm just wondering if I need to play more because I don't remember. I don't know. Undercover, stop spamming. Please. Let's keep going. Hang on. Because we get further, she reads it again. Let's see. She got attacked, and she was responding to a lot of that. Yeah, I don't.
Not for me.
Why do
I
people
put
have
a
an
lot of
issue?
time into this. Yeah, I put a lot of time and energy into this. I deserve.
Yeah, I don't think he actually says he's sorry. Is Cher still here? Oh, really, Penny? Oh, shit. Tim Pinnell. I have emailed you twice. I've emailed you back twice. All right, let me check out. Ooh, the ball might be rolling, folks. The ball might be a rolling. All right, let me go to Chris's community post and see what is going down there. 3 hours ago. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm going to pull. Can you guys see that? Here, hang on. Let me make it a little smaller. Okay. So here is the interview room, who is Chris McDonough, who has done numerous interviews. He went out there, he went in the house, and there's footage of all of that on his channel if you would like to take a look. He says an official Utah police report has been filed. So they filed a police report. And the PD is investigating SA charges that said things have changed for some who would harass or connect with victims on behalf of a suspect. Here is the law. I hope consideration will be given. Tampering with a witness, receiving or soliciting a bribe. A person is guilty of the third-degree felony of tampering with a witness if, believing that an official proceeding or investigation is pending or about to be instituted, or with the intent to prevent an official proceeding or investigation, he attempts to induce or otherwise cause another person to A, testify or inform falsely, B, withhold any testimony, information, document, or item, C, elude legal process summoning him to provide evidence, or D, absent himself from any proceeding or investigation to which he has been summoned. 2, a person is guilty of the third-degree felony of soliciting or receiving a bribe as a witness if he solicits, accepts, or agrees to accept any benefit in consideration of doing any of the acts specified under subsection 1. The offense of tampering with a witness or soliciting or receiving a bribe under this section does not merge with any other substantive offense committed in the course of committing any offense under this section. Tampering with a witness. So in other words, Don's got to leave whoever filed the police report the F alone. Right? And it sounds like and the daughter and probably the other sister is what he's saying. They would all be witnesses. His third one down. Oh, you want the link? Okay, here. Here you go. This is the link to his post here. Okay, so there you guys have the link to that. You can read it for yourselves. Yeah, this was from the day that Don and Candace pulled that stunt. That was 6 days ago. He left that post because he knew what was going on. So yeah, we've all seen that, I think. All right, so looks like they've officially filed a police report against what Don did, and they're waiting for the prosecutor to review. And they're going to have to look into it. I mean, I don't know what all that entails, but we shall see. I'm pretty sure we'll be informed every step of the way. Yeah, she wouldn't go to prison. He's just being a jerk. So maybe this will get the ball rolling, you guys, and we will start to get some answers to where Summer is. And how in the hell could Chris McDonough have Summer when he didn't even know about the Wells until Summer went missing? And his niece says that she didn't know about Summer either. But how did his sisters not know about Summer when he was staying with them for 4 years? Well, yeah, I mean, I'm being nice when I say a jerk. I mean, I'm not going to go on a cussing rant about it. Yes, he's being a jerk. I mean, for all intents and purposes, his sisters and his niece have spoken out, and they've been very rational and very level-headed, and even remained very kind towards Don and Candace. So yeah, I think he's a jerk. Oh, let me see. Let me see something. Oh, here's his apology. Can I read this, Cher? I really think that he needs to apologize. Oh, okay. Thanks. All right, let me pull this up. And I have my thoughts on this because, well, I'll tell you after you guys see it. Thank you for sending this. Because I knew that there was an apology in there, some sort. I don't think this is going to satisfy people. All right. Okay, so this is Don to Cher, and it looks like on Saturday. He says, just pray wholeheartedly. Satan is trying so hard to destroy us. Don't let him do it. And then Saturday at 1:04, he says to Cher, the only mistake you made was getting caught up in the drama. We all made that mistake. We are all guilty of that. So I have to apologize too. Not just you. And for that reason, let me be first to say, please everyone forgive me from the bottom of my heart for every nasty word I said or whatever I did. Please forgive me. Put this on your show. So that was for everybody. So there's my question. Do you accept Donald's apology? Because I've heard a few people, not very many come to Donald's defense these days. Not even really Cher. She's still treading lightly, I think. But I heard, some people saying, let's not judge this guy. He still now, I mean, after the stunt they pulled, let's not judge this guy. He's under a massive amounts of stress and tension. No wonder they're getting drunk. I mean, I'm not saying I feel that way. I'm just saying those are the thoughts I've heard out there. I just wondered if there's anyone here who is cutting him a break. That's all. It's not, a trick question. I'm not saying I'm cutting him a break. I'm just saying. Just because we want to hear what's going to come out of his mouth next does not mean that we agree with him. It does not mean that we like him or support him. It does not mean that. And that's why there was 3,000 people yesterday. 3K. It's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. But then, everybody wants to say, like, don't talk about him. Quit talking about him. Quit giving him a platform. Well, unfortunately, very, very unfortunately, in my opinion, he is Summer's father. And I say unfortunately because I feel like Summer deserved so much better. And so did the boys. But he's still her father and he's still relevant. And whether you like it or not, I mean, that's it. We can sit here and we can wait. We can wait for something to happen. But why should we all have to shut up and not discuss it in the meantime? Throughout the 90s and the early 2000s, were people telling Nancy Grace every night, why don't you shut up? Quit talking about it. Quit having people on your show. No, her ratings were sky high. She was doing the same thing. She was doing the same thing. And everybody loved it. We can discuss whatever the hell we want on these channels. And if you don't like the person who's putting out the video, don't watch them. But damn, there's a lot of people to watch. You don't have to attack one person. If you don't want to hear it from Cher's going to be the one to release it because she's the one in contact. Listen to so-and-so, reiterate it. I mean, just don't kill the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Rosalie. And who cares if they make money? Are they not doing the work? Have they not put their work in? I can tell you right now, I wouldn't want to text with Don Wells 24/7. Hell to the no. Trust me, she's earning it. Who in the hell would want to talk to him 24/7? Not me. But I'll tell you what, it will all come together, I think, when they do find Summer. All of this information, we're all going to want to go back and re-listen. I promise you. Sword, you do have a point. However, unfortunately, this is the case we're in right now. And it involves SA. And she did talk about SA because Casey Anthony, if you remember, she covered the Top Mom case heavily. Nancy Grace was all up in the Top Mom. And the Top Mom accused her father of SA. So it most definitely was spoken about. And George Anthony most definitely was accused of it in that case. And it was spoken about. And a lot of people thought he was guilty of it. So it happens. And it's not their fault that SA went on. When I say their, it's not Cher's fault that SA went on and Don's passed. That's not her fault at all. I'm not sure, Kyle. I'm waiting to find out what the next thing is talked about. And I listened to Chris and I listened to Duty Ron and I take everything in. I try to listen to everything that is coming out as far as being directly associated with Don, Candace, the whole situation. I don't have time to sit here and watch every video that everybody puts out, but I do keep Chris was there, Duty Ron's in with EquiSearch. Those are two sources you're obviously going to watch. When I watch Duty Ron, him and Dave Rader say, we don't give a damn what he did 40 years ago. Yeah, it's sad. It should probably be dealt with, but right now we need to find Summer. And seriously, I heard Duty Ron say, I think it's ridiculous. Then you go out and flip the coin and you've got Chris, who's, counting down in community posts announcing that there's been a police report. So you've got these two ends of the spectrum, both retired law enforcement, and you've got to take it all together and form your own conclusion. Take it all in. Connie, Cher does not agree with everything Don says. There's no way she could. She doesn't even know those people. How could she say one way or the other what happened? She wasn't there. So the facts are, she read Don's statement. I just showed you his apology that he wanted her to share on the show. And my question for you was just simply, do you accept an apology from him? Will you let it go? In my opinion, but Cher does not co-sign that Chris has Summer. She thinks that's ridiculous. Hey, Shell. Who's Chia? Chia. Who's Chia? Yeah, Beth. Beth says she doesn't feel like it's a sincere apology. Why'd you laugh about cosign? Karen Devine, the probability of him getting arrested for SA is high in my opinion. Least he's locked up and Granny can come home. I have never, ever heard Cher say that she thinks CM took Summer. Ever. Cher, if you are here, please pop in chat. I never heard her say that. And this is how rumors get started. And I think she's done a good job. I think she's done a good job. Because let me tell you, I don't think a lot of us could handle Don 24/7. Dorothy McGuire, does he really owe us an apology? No, he really doesn't. He really doesn't. But I find it interesting that the family is still being so kind to him. Isn't it interesting how kind they are being? Hi, Georgia Dog. Hi, honey. They're either like the nicest people on the planet. I know their family, but damn. I mean, they do not shut this guy out. Shell, you better be careful. I'm looking at chat. I don't need a mod that bad. Put your eyes on the road, girlfriend. Okay, so let me just start with this, okay? They do seem like very nice people. Very nice people. I've never heard her say that. No one's bullying anyone. Tam Robs, welcome to the fam. Thank you for joining. Yeah, they need to put down the booze. I agree. Okay, so let's go back to, I just want to talk about this because, like I said, I haven't been on the big focus of the essay. I've been more on Summer. Kelly, Crime Time, welcome to the Jays for Justice fam. Thank you for joining. I am confused about them not knowing that Summer existed until she went missing. Well, she's not even here, Connie. Connie, Cher's not even here, so we don't need to talk about her. No one's talking about her right now. So let's just stop. Let's talk about Summer and let's talk about Don. Jacqueline D'Angelo, my opinion, Summer was not an SA victim by her father. Interesting. Stacy Marie, welcome to the fam, girl. She may not have been, and just because he has SA in his past does not mean that he SA'd his daughter. No, I never heard that. So I'm just really, really confused. I feel like she did do a great job. I feel like she interviewed good. I feel like she's conducted herself in a graceful manner. I really, really do. I mean, there's a reason why Jeannie and Mary and Trish are up in her chats. Trish even said in her statement, "Thank you, Cher." We understand everybody is going to have a different thought or opinion, and we respect all of it. So if Trish and Jeannie and Mary are not bothered, why are you? Welcome, Dawn Marie. Those were Trish's words. She said graceful. Don't make me find it. Don't make me find it and pull it up, because she gave Cher props. Trish gave Cher props. So if she doesn't care, why does everyone else? I mean, that's a valid question. Her mother was SA'd. If anybody would be, panties in a bunch, it'd be them. And they're not. They're not at all. So here's Trisha's message. Let me find this part.
Okay. This is regarding just how me and my mom feel only. I spoke to my mom before writing it, and this is just how we feel. We completely support my Aunt Mary, and we talk to her all the time. But this is personally just how her and I feel, not Chris, not Tiffany, not anyone else, just us and our personal feelings toward all of this. And I did mostly want to reach out to Cher because I know that she had commented on her own live that I was watching, and it's mostly and honestly for Donnie as well, because well, you'll see when I read it. But anyways, and I wanted to say thank you to Cher for, I completely understand that that you have your own feelings toward everything and all of that, but I appreciate the way that you aren't trying to judge us, but have your own voice, and that's completely fine. And I wanted to say thank you for that, because I feel like you are kind of handling it with some grace and stuff. So I appreciate that. But anyway, so first of all,
Could you guys hear that? Oh my God, I muted the wrong source. Could you guys even hear that? Trish is very classy. Yes, Karen Divine. Karen Divine says, you're all giving Don pressure. That's good. It's like the public interrogating. Maybe he'll shut up or crack under that pressure. Love you all. Okay, good. You guys could understand her and everything. All right. Sparks says, I'm not for or against Cher or any other channel. She's brought a lot of things to light. She really has. So if Trish and her mom and her Aunt Mary don't have a problem with Cher, I don't think that any of us should be going on and on and on in everybody's lives about it. Freezer burnt. That sounds like you just changed your mind. Sounds like maybe you saw a commercial and something popped in your head and it made you change your mind from PB&J to Chinese. She's not tampering with an investigation at all. Miss Justice, she's not. If you think she's tampering, then you'd have to think that Chris was tampering. And I don't think he was tampering with an investigation either. So, right. I mean, stop falling into Don's trap. Okay, we already have seen how him and Candace behave. Stop falling into his trap. Look at it like we do any other case, in any other interview that we watch. I mean, criminals get interviewed all the time. We don't damn the reporters who go in and talk to serial killers, interview them, write books on them, give them a voice. It's just that the YouTube thing is so new. I think we're not used to this. We're not used to everyday Joes bringing us news. We're not used to that. It's a new concept. You don't have to have a degree to be a journalist anymore. You can start your own channel and create your own videos, and it's a different way we're getting news, you guys, and you just have to be open to it. You miss what, Amber? I mean, I just hear everybody saying, let the mainstream media report this. The mainstream media ain't reporting it. They're just not. Now, maybe if it was the early 2000s and we had Jane Velez Mitchell, followed by Nancy Grace, followed by Greta Van Susteren, all covering the same cases. We had 3 hours a night of case coverage. I don't know about you folks, but that was my nightly entertainment. And we don't have that anymore from HLN or whatever news station that was. I think it was HLN. We don't have that anymore, but we have YouTube. And now we get interviews on YouTube where YouTubers are talking to families and friends and getting the story and bringing it straight to you. Unedited, raw coverage. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I miss those days too. I loved watching those 3 shows in a row. Connie, why'd you get timed out? You must have said something that you got timed out for. So I just want you guys to have an open mind when you watch everybody. Everybody's got their own niche. Everybody's got their own personality. Everybody's got their own way of presenting things. And we need to just respect that everyone has their own style. If you didn't like Jane Velez Mitchell's style, you didn't watch her and you waited till Nancy came on and you got the news from Nancy. I mean, it's the same concept. And if people who are in chat don't get sucked into drama, where's the drama going to come from? Gray Hughes, what's up? Gray Hughes, can charges be filed that late? I don't know. So that was my question, Gray. I was thinking, all right, so the police report has been filed. So now the prosecutor takes a look to see if there's enough evidence to press charges. Gray, I loved those shows. They were our boots on the ground then. You have to admit, come on, Natalie Holloway. They were all up in Aruba. I mean, it was good coverage. Whether you like the hosts of the shows or not, it was good coverage. So there's no statute of limitations. What kind of evidence do they need? Just someone's word? Is that, I don't know anything about this. Nikki Lacoste. So you put CM, Duty Ron, and Cher in the same bucket? Absolutely. They're all YouTubers. No one's better than anyone else. All 3 of those people are YouTubers. Gray, right, but after I realized what true crime should be or not and actually figured stuff out, they were full of crap often, especially in the Jodi Arias case. I didn't follow Jodi Arias. I watched Casey Anthony, Scott Peterson, Drew Peterson. How about that Drew Peterson? What a clown, huh? So you only need someone's word. So what would the prosecutor need to mull over? Nikki says, I can't believe you just said that. Why? Everyone on this platform is a YouTuber. No person is better than the other. We're all YouTubers. We all have our own style. We all have our own way. We all have our own personality. I love it. If we were all the same, it'd be effing boring. Draw Latina. Hey, girl. Don has admitted to SA. Yes. He did. But what they were trying to get him on was when he was an adult. They were trying to get him to admit that when he was 19, he did it. And I don't think he admitted that. What? Okay, so Tony A says they will decide whether to indict if they actually could get a conviction. But if you just need someone's word, why couldn't you get a conviction if that's what it's based on? I know he never admitted that he was 19. He said he was 12. Oh, they'll use the taped conversations. Hmm. Jessica Lynn, can Don even be charged because he was being a minor himself? I I don't know, but I think that's why they were trying to get him to admit that he did it when he was 19. Because the story is that Don went to jail, and then when he got out of jail, he did it again. Gray Hughes, good point. Gray Hughes says, all we knew was HLN back then. They were all that existed, and because of that, we trusted them and thought they were great. YouTube changed everything. Now we can see how inaccurate they are often and how much they, cut things, edit things, leave things out, only show us what they want us to see. And that's what I appreciate about YouTube. You know, and say what you will about Cher's interviews with Don, but you're seeing raw, live, unedited footage. I mean, like Gray said, we thought HLN was the bomb ditty. All of us were in here, talking about how much we loved those shows. Now we're seeing it live. Not censored at all. So I actually am happy about that. I think it's great. I think it's a whole new way to get your news. And everybody has the right to listen to as many different creators as they would want. Back then, like Gray said, we didn't have a choice. That was it. If you wanted to hear about what was going on in these cases, that was your only option. Now you have a lot of options. Be happy for that. As long as it's true, but you don't even know if you're getting the truth from the mainstream media. Everything you hear, you need to take in and make a decision for yourself. Do not let anybody think for you. And you know what else is great? Is that with all these different creators, we all notice something different. Have you noticed that? We can all cover the same case and all pull something different from it, which makes for a great, well-rounded discussion. Gray. I am not a huge fan of CM, but this crazy narrative that he has something to do with Summer Missing is pure insanity. I hate shit like that. Yeah, that's totally stupid. Just stupid. I mean, talk about derailing from Don's mouth. He can't honestly think that. Electro, but who does it get? Who does it get in the way of? Because it's not hurting the investigation. If anything, investigators watch these lives and things like that. I haven't seen anyone in here attack CM. Tracy Lee. Tracy Lee said, funny how everyone's allowed to attack CM, but God forbid anyone gives facts about what Cher is doing. First of all, I haven't seen anyone attack Chris. Ageless Beauty 43. The thing about YouTube is that so many podcasters are so unprofessional and literally anyone can have a show. Bat poop crazy and all. And you know what the glory of that is? You don't have to watch them. The glory of that is there's thousands of other channels that you can watch. That's what's great about it. You have choices. You have choices. Absolutely, Queen of Hearts. Watch your own mix of content creators and come up with your own opinion. I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it's a great thing. But when YouTube gets a little out of hand is when like hour-long interviews are broken down into, a 5-part series. But you know what? You watch it and you take it in and you move on. You don't need to bash. We don't need to bash. But, it's not bashing when you don't agree. Now, when you start calling someone names, bashing them for their past, I don't care what Cher's past is. It's not my concern. It's not my concern. But there's a point where it goes beyond disagreeing with someone and what they're doing and bashing them or taking it real life. Now, that's where YouTube has gotten out of hand. But I think that chatters also forget, okay, this is another little tidbit. You know how the mods are blocking people and timing people out? If you're in a chat and you don't like what people, like another chatter is saying, you can block them so you don't see their comments. So like, for example, if I don't like what Packless Jones is saying and I'm in there chatting, I can just go to Packless Jones, hit those 3 little dots and block them. And then I won't see his comments in chat anymore. So why argue with someone? Block them. If it's getting you that peeved. Betty Joe Day. If Don cared anything about his daughter, he would take 423 Chase up on his offer to prove he cares. What offer? Hey, Autumn. What's up, my girl? Yeah, it slows the chat down, too. You don't see all the unnecessary comments, too. Good point. Has Don called 423 Chase? I have no idea. You'd have to ask 423 Chase. I don't even know what his offer was. Kentucky Crime Junkie. Anyone else seen the video on cracking cases that shows all the trails and paths that go to the house and how accessible they are? How easy it is to be in the bushes unnoticed. Open my eyes up a bit. 423 Chase has offered to work with Don searching. Okay, so while I've got you guys all here. Oh, yes, Dre Latina. That's important. Yes, Trish said last night that the TBI did not show interest in their story when they called the TBI. She stated they turned to YouTube and credible creators. I did hear her say that. She didn't feel like they took any information down. They didn't ask for their phone numbers or anything. Because that's not going to be on the forefront of the TBI's mind. They're trying to find Summer. They've got all these hundreds of tips coming in on Summer. So they did what they felt was appropriate at the time. But I wanted to let you know, speaking of people that have searched with Don, I have someone who is coming on my platform with me to do an interview. We're going to try to do it tomorrow. He's actually been inside Don and Candace's house. He's driven around with Don. I saw proof. I saw photos, videos. So he's going to come on and we are going to discuss this case. And then I also am going to be bringing on my panel one of the large contributors to the Summer Wells Fund. So be looking for those 2 interviews. That one is going to be Thursday. So there will be events put up on my channel. So make sure that you click the subscribe button and that notification bell for all notifications so you get notified when I go live, if YouTube works correctly. The big guy doesn't always like to notify people. Bex, It is. It's Gonzo. Have you seen Gonzo? Freezer burnt. The man, the myth, the legend. Gray Hughes. I remember when I first met Gray. Gray, do you remember the first night we were on panel? It was December 2018 with Oni. And Molly Golightly. Yes, Gonzo knows Don. I don't know anything about him, so I'm looking forward to hearing what Gonzo has to say. Oh, and I'm also going to be bringing you guys Trevor. We're going to do a little interview with Trevor. Trevor was the one, he's a 19-year-old kid who donated $2,000 of his own money. Pink Poodle, thank you so much. But I remember, Gray, you came in and you shared your screen. We were all live. And you shared your screen and you showed the Kanika Jenkins, your computer model and all that stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this guy, this is so cool. And then I remember like looking at your subs. I was like, wow, this guy's a huge YouTuber. Like we were on panel with a huge YouTuber. I was starstruck. The man, the myth, the legend. I've always respected you, Gray. Even when I didn't show it. Kanika is when you found Gray, Fraser Burnt says. Megan was there. Mapping out for Brittany Shanks. Yep. Those were some good times. They were. But yes, Trevor is an awesome, awesome kid. So he's going to tell us his story. He started his own nonprofit for his friend who was murdered. So I've got some good combos coming up and keeping this focus on Summer. Keeping Summer's name out there is my goal. Penny, I am so sorry. Penny, do you feel like you would have utilized the YouTube platform? Great. To me, you were, though. Like, when I first came on the scene, it's just funny how much you learn over the years on this platform. But what I like about Gray, and I've seen through the years, you know, these channels that get all these subs, and it's like, what? That can't be real. So I've learned a lot, and I've always been able to go back to Gray's channel and kind of compare it, because I know, Gray, you have regular viewers. I mean, obviously, you've never bought views, you never bought subs, any of that bullshit you would never mess with. But that's why I'm saying, like, I go back and I'd be like, okay, this channel was started on this day. Let's look at how many videos they've put out, how many views they're getting, and they have all these subs. And I go back and I compare it because I know Gray is organic. So is Duty Ron. Duty Ron is organic. So I go back and I'm like, okay, Gray's been at this. Gray is consistent. Like, Gray has never given up, never stopped producing content. So I kind of use that as a comparison. Like, okay, this person's got to be buying subs. Hey, Sister Knives. Cosign is a different term to use because it normally pertains to a loan. Well, sometimes I use it to say, like, I don't stand by that, or I don't cosign that. Autumn, yeah, you should. Duty Ron is factual, and he is now involved with Equisearch. So he's got, like, the vessel to, you know, what's going on behind the scenes there. Gray, sometimes you might only get 2,500 views, even with 64,000 subs. But I have an amazing group of freaks. and we do a lot of good out there because of their generosity. You do. You have really good listeners, and you have a lot of support. And it doesn't matter if, yeah, I mean, it just depends on the topic. People will say that, like, oh, well, her views can't be true because she only got, 2,000 views on this video and she has 50,000 subs. Well, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I guess I'm confused. Cheryl Kabowski, I guess I'm confused about how or why Trish was allowed to be around Dawn after what happened to her mother. I don't know if she was. I don't even know how old Trish is. I know nothing about that. I don't really want to know anything about that. I was just a little dumbfounded when I heard that they said they didn't know who Summer was or didn't know she existed. Thank you, Queen of Hearts. Question. Hello. Will you ask how many of us try to explain this case to people in real life that do not watch YouTube? It takes forever. See what I mean? Like, we are all getting our news from a different source than most of our friends. So we're sitting here trying. I did the same thing with the Watts case. So many people I knew in real life did not even know about that case. And yes, Don does not want to go back to prison. We've seen that. He's been there, done that. Penny, if you want to share a poster or anything, or if you want to do a podcast on your daughter, send me an email and you can come up and tell your daughter's story and we can share photos and everything else. And maybe we can even get Gray Hughes on the Google Earth to help you out, Penny. Gray, you crack me up. So there is my email in chat. Penny, I'll help you any way I can. I'm so sorry you've been sitting idle. Grandma Butterfly says, you must understand this whole family dynamic is twisted. And this is all these people have known to be normal. Very good point, okay? When I heard the call between Mary and Don, the talk about incest is like normalcy. It's like, what are we having for dinner? Tina Hansen, been watching Gray since the Jodi Arias crap show. He does excellent work. He does. I always joke when I try to get out Google Maps of any sort and I try to be J Hughes and it just doesn't work. I'm not good at it. I don't even know how to pin. Gray has grown on me. I've heard that a lot. Sparks, I thought the family didn't know about Summer because they aren't very close. But Don was just out there last summer for 4 months. Like hanging at his sister's and eating dinner. Sheila, I'll give you a link to Cher's channel so you can check it out for yourself and make your own decision. So don't say anything negative, guys. Let everybody make their own choices and their own decisions. I personally have grown to really like Cher, which is crazy to me because we both had a conversation today and we both judged each other in the beginning. And I think we both learned from that. I really do. I really do. I think Cher has grown a lot since she first came on the platform. I really do. Gray Hughes. Everyone always says, Gray is good with maps, but it's the analysis of the maps and the facts that is useful and accurate. When cases involve locations, maps become a huge part of the case. Huge. I'm just not good at them. I love the map. I love that. Especially in this case, seeing the terrain. When I did pull up a Google map, I was like, holy shit. Like, they literally are in a mountain. But yeah, Gray, you are always thorough. You're not just maps, but you're always going to be associated with maps. Sorry, or Google Earth. Sorry, you are. It's just part of you now. Sparks, I see, Jay, what you're saying. It is kind of different that they wouldn't know all about, all about his children. So Don goes out there for 4 months and has Josie, the oldest boy, with him. And in 4 months, there's never mention of Summer, of his daughter. That's weird. Dell, I didn't say it was normal. I said they talked about it like it was normal in their family because it wasn't anything out of the ordinary for them. I'm not muddying anything, Patriot. Being respectful. Yeah, I don't know, Jessica Lynn, why he brought one child. He said, he told me he wanted him to see the West. Yeah, I know he said he slept with her every night. I know. Blit. Is there another sister then that he was eating with that wasn't Mary or Jeannie? Hold on, let me get this off the screen. All right, so what do you think? Do we give Don and Candace one pass? One pass to act like idiots? I saw earlier everybody says no. Absolutely not. Ange, I can't answer that question. Oh, he was at his blood sister. Okay. So these are stepsisters. He was at the blood sisters. Gotcha. And that's what I mean. Like, this whole SA situation, that's why I felt that it would have been better handled not in the public eye. Because no one knows all the deets. People are going to jump to conclusions and I don't know. It's a very, very private matter within, you know, when you're talking about incest. I mean, we're not, like I said, we're not talking about like a Bill Cosby type situation. We're literally talking about incest. Rap View says, but CM is getting rich off the SA story. It had to come out. Okay, so you guys are saying no, but you still want to know what he has to say, right? You still are curious. What's next? Because I think it's all part of the outcome. I think Jessica Lynn says, the more they talk, the more Summer's thought of. I know people think they're taking the attention away, but they're not. They're keeping it on her. It's not incest if they are not blood related. Well, I feel like if Don was doing that as a little boy, that there was something that happened to him for him to even do that. So I don't know. I feel like this is a generational thing on both sides of their family. There's incest and SA on Candace's side as well. Incest molestation, whatever. Is any of it I mean, we're talking about little kids, okay? A Bill Cosby type situation. We're not talking about little kids. We're talking about adults. These people were kids. Child, yes, Ange, exactly. Carla, thank you for the super chat. Carla says they may be our only link to summer. We need to listen to whatever they have to say, no matter how crazy. Exactly. And don't attack the messenger. If you're interested and you want to listen, thank them for bringing it to you. Thank them. You know, a little niceness and respect can go a long way. Cher has been very respectful, Sarah. Sarah says, you say Trish gave Cher props, but Cher didn't give any of those ladies props. I can add more, but I'll leave it at that. I was in her chat when his stepsisters came into Cher's chat. She was very respectful. She even told Mary last night that she didn't want to call her out of the blue against her wishes and asked Mary for permission to call her, and Mary said yes. So stop. That's misinformation. That's not true. All right, you guys. I'm not going to sit here and beat a dead horse. I want to thank you guys. Be looking for those interviews this week. I'll be putting the events up, so make sure you click that notification bell. Gray, I want to thank you for being in here. It's actually a pleasure to get your input in chat. I appreciate that. And yeah, so everyone enjoy the rest of your day. I'm not sure what is on the docket for tonight, but I'm pretty sure there'll be something. And I'll probably see you guys in the chat room, so say hey, and I will see you guys later. You guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems.
Love you, Shane Culkin. Text me back.
You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day.